Are you wondering if you're post-menopause? Are you wondering if you're nearly at the end of the menopause? So I'm going to talk about some key signs that you really need to be aware of. So the first main sign is that your periods stop. Now, official sources such as the NHS in the UK say that you're post-menopause after 1 year of no periods or any bleeding at all. In my experience, what I found is that many women come back and they get a period or they get a bit of bleeding a year or more after their periods have stopped, and they wonder what on earth is going on. In this situation, if you do get some bleeding or periods back, it means the hormones are still on the flux. And it's really important. I tend to say that you're postmenopause after 2 years without periods. And this is more to do with pregnancy rather than anything else. If you go without periods for 1 year, but your hormones are still changing, there is the possibility of pregnancy. So my view here is that after 2 years, you would be post-menopause. You may be asking, and I get lots of questions on this, what happens if I don't have any periods? How can I tell? If you've had a partial hysterectomy where your ovaries still remain, if you're on something like the Mirena coil or the progesterone-only pill, and you don't have any periods, how on earth are you going to know when the 2 years is up? You can ask the doctor for a sex hormone test. The only thing is, if you are already on contraceptives or some types of HRT, the test might not be particularly accurate. Also remember that some women go through the menopause without any symptoms at all. So it may well be that you're already post-menopause and you might not actually be aware that you are. Number two is that your symptoms start to ease off. The majority of women will find that 2 to 3 years after periods stop, that symptoms will ease, they will disappear. And this is just your body learning to adapt and cope with lower levels of hormones. However, if you find that your symptoms are continuing, if they're getting worse, if new ones are starting to appear, then it's really important just to check with your doctor. At this particular point, other health issues such as thyroid imbalances, anemia, vitamin D or B12 deficiency, diabetes, and heart disease, all of these can cause symptoms that are absolutely identical to menopause ones. So it's really important just to have a good checkup with your doctor. Remember too that at this point, it's so important to still look after yourself well. You want to have a healthy post-menopause, happily ever after, if you like. So do still take care of yourself. I hope you found this useful. It is really quite a complicated one. If any of you have any questions on this or you're worried at all, please just leave your questions. Tell me your stories. You know I love to read them. Have a lovely week and I'll see you soon.